Overall scope of our project was to create a marketing plan for a visualization center that could possibly be on the Oregon State campus. So far I've been learning skills in design and a little bit on creating the website and just how to put together a marketing campaign altogether. This course will help me with skills for my future because it really helps me dealing with other people in situations like this, preparing me for the real world. So first we started out by deciding what we wanted to name this place and working through everything that we needed to get done, dividing up all the projects and figuring out who's good at what. In the beginning we kind of hit a rough patch. We had difficulties starting with this project because we didn't really know where to start or what skills people had in the beginning to work on what parts of the project. So this is my first production course that I've taken in the NMC major, and it's been really difficult to learn those skills and then apply them, but it's been really good because we're making tangible products that can help us out there in the real world. I think that this is extremely beneficial because it's something that we're actually using our hands to create, and we're putting everything that we've learned into work and something tangible.
My particular project was working on the website for the overall Idea Lab. So over the course of the 10 weeks, I was actually coding the website, making it presentable, and then we are actually housing it online for everybody who wants to know about it. They can go learn about the Idea Lab, and that's what I was in charge of. I think through this experience, I gained a lot of team communication skills, as well as coding skills, just InDesign, Photoshop, pretty much all of the practical skills that I want to know and be able to use in the professional world I gained. And I think that this class has been one of the most beneficial classes that I've taken. I think that this experience is going to help me in the future because I have so many things that I can talk about with employers that I can say, I did this in a group project that, was not very easy. The environment, we had to create it ourselves. There was no actual physical place that we would meet all the time. And I think adding these great projects to my portfolio is going to be something else that is going to benefit me in the future when I show employers that, I did this website by hand, I helped with all these videos, I helped with producing this content for the website, I think is going to be very beneficial for me. So over the course of 10 weeks, I set goals for myself to complete my project, and I think every time that there was a deadline that I had set to come up, I needed to have the code done. I needed to have parts of the website done that we could present and show that we were actually making progress on this project. And that was one of the key things to this whole class and this whole experience, is that you need to set deadlines for yourself to be able to have everything completed. It's just like a real world experience, and I think overall it's been awesome. So this class was a lot different than a lot of classes that pretty much anybody will take. Throughout engineering, you have labs that you take. Throughout biology, you've got labs that you take, and it's more practical skills through that. And with new media, it's been a lot of just conceptual ideas that we learn. And I think this finally takes all those things we've learned and we're able to do them in a production way and show that we have all these conceptual skills that we can put to use and make it so that whenever we come up with something or come up with content, that we're going to be able to present it in the best possible way.
The scope of our projects has actually been very wide. It's very different projects, different topics for our videos. One of them was more scientific along the lines of human and robot interactions, and the other one is focused more on sports injuries here at Oregon State University. I think the main skill I have acquired from this class as team leader has probably been trusting others' abilities. With team projects in the past here at Oregon State, I've kind of learned to not trust others to come through, but in this class, if we're going to have quality work, which I believe our team does, then I had to learn to rely on others, ask for help, have them really hone in on their skills while I am more organized and I can help them with mine. I think this experience from the Capstone has shown me some great production skills, as well as learning more about how things come together. I don't have a lot of expertise in this area, but I think it's something really fascinating and I want to learn more about, and I think it's going to help me market myself in my future occupation. My team, we conquer our projects first by determining our vision, what kind of quality, what kind of direction is this film going to go, and after we assess what kind of feel we're looking for, we go out and interview, talk to others about what they know that can help with our videos, and then get that B-roll. That's a lot of it. So we have a really great team, some set of skills where they're very particular about, oh, they're excellent at editing, oh, they're excellent at videography. So I think everyone is helping out, and it's just been a great process. This is actually the first production class I've officially taken. I've learned about production in a visualization class in the past, but this is the first go out, get the footage, and create something class that I've taken. And as a leader, it's been a challenge for me, but it's also been really exciting to learn the process and to see the end result. I think a capstone class would be very interesting as a freshman course, because learning this would have been great to build up upon over the years. And so I'm disappointed to see that this is the last thing I do here at Oregon State, but I think that this is an incredible class that has really taught me a lot, and that shows the set of skills a lot of students have here at Oregon State, which are incredible. And I think that this helps in the future because we're moving more towards a digital world where digital marketing and having these skills are going to be really important.
So I'm the manager of Team A in the Idea Lab, and most of our work has been focused on a documentary for Willamette Valley Native Americans. I really gained experience in the managing different aspects of video production from this class. A lot of 3D elements and a lot of 2D animations, things that I haven't had as much experience with before, were very much a main focus of producing this video. And so I really learned how to work around changing timelines for different media creation. This experience will help me in the future by giving me a really good experience to look back on and learn from. It gives me a lot of kind of a different experience in video production than I've ever had before, and which will help me adapt to some real-world situations. Our Native American project involved a lot of initial research, where we had to really sift through a lot of different sources in kind of really finding the focus and finding the point of our video and what we wanted, the message that we wanted to get across. And so once we had that initial direction and research, we wrote a script based off of that research so that we had an idea of where we wanted to go, a very clear direction for the video. And from there, we ended up getting a lot of original footage, started having some 2D and 3D elements created around that script. And then we also had some interviews filmed, and an opportunity came up to film an actual powwow. And so the actual production, the gathering of video for this project really really evolved over time, but it really helped that we had that initial springboard of that script and research to go off of. This class is much different from other NMC courses in that it really left us alone much more than other classes have. It's given us a lot of kind of creative outlet and a lot of much less direction than we may be used to, but still just enough to where we have goals to complete, and it's up to us to get those goals completed. And so I think that's a much more realistic setting and what we will find if we continue to do production as a job. And so I think it's very much the closest experience to a real-world video production project than I've ever had at Oregon State. I think it is almost required. It is absolutely necessary to gain these skills, especially in the digital communication arts field. I think it's also incredibly important to get some of these skills before you come to this capstone class, because this capstone class is really meant to be a place where you exhibit those skills, and much less, using those skills in a very high pressure and intense environment. And so really make sure that you're prepared for your capstone class before you get into it. Make sure you know all you can about, if you're into video production, make sure you know a lot of camera operation, a lot of editing. Make sure you have a lot of experience walking into the capstone so that you can get more out of it instead of learning basics that you need to have learned beforehand.